¿Me confirmas, Alessandro, por favor, que dejemos ingresar a las personas que estaban conectados?
Pro Ecuador implementa una metodología de trabajo llamada Ruta Pro Ecuador para el exportador, para apoyar e incentivar el trabajo de todos los potenciales exportadores y de esta manera internacionalizar sus productos. Si posees un producto o un servicio y quieres saber si es apto para exportar, necesitarás iniciar en la etapa de orientación y asesoría, donde aprenderás cómo se desarrollan los procesos de exportación y conocerás las restricciones en los mercados internacionales. También tendrás acceso a talleres introductorios al comercio exterior, guías informativas, boletines de mercado y mucha información que te ayudará en el proceso para ser un exportador. En la siguiente fase de la ruta, recibirás la visita de nuestros especialistas, quienes evaluarán tu verdadero potencial de exportación para luego de esto acceder a la etapa de formación y asistencia técnica, donde ofrecemos capacitaciones especializadas y te vinculamos a proyectos como rediseño de producto acorde al mercado de destino, tu tienda virtual, coaching al exportador y diseño de empaques, herramientas que te ayudarán a consolidarte como exportador, incrementando la aceptación de tus productos, promoviendo así la cultura exportadora. Si ya estás listo para exportar o exportas, pero quieres conocer nuevas estrategias para diversificar tu mercado, la fase de promoción comercial te ofrece la posibilidad de mostrar tus productos internacionalmente a potenciales compradores mediante la participación en ruedas de negocios, misiones comerciales y ferias internacionales, contando permanentemente con la asistencia de nuestros especialistas sectoriales y red de oficinas comerciales distribuidas de manera estratégica alrededor de todo el mundo. Queremos que tus productos lleguen lejos. No esperes más.
All right. Thank you for the video, Alessandro. Cristina, can you tell me if you can hear me well? All right. Perfect. So give me 1 second. All right. So good morning to everyone. My name is Santiago Benitez. I work at the commercial office of Pro Ecuador in Los Angeles. First, I want to thank you all for being here and taking your time to being here with us today. As you know, as an Ecuadorian institution, we're always trying to promote tourism to our beautiful country, Ecuador. And that's why we are always constantly doing this type of webinars so more people can know about travel stems and the 4 worlds that Ecuador has to offer. Well, to start this webinar, I want to give special thanks to Mr. Humberto Jimenez. He's the consul of Ecuador in Chicago. He's going to give a few words to you. So he couldn't be at the webinar today due to technical issues, but I have him on the phone right now with me so he can present to you and say hi.
Good morning. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. We are very pleased to be able to welcome such a representative group of tourism actors. In this Zoom gathering, Zoom meeting, we are going to address a fundamental topic in today's tourism. COVID-19 has impacted all activities. Ecuador has taken timely and appropriate measures to address the risks it poses and ensure that tourists can safely enjoy their visit to our country. All of us, national and local authorities, private companies and social organizations, and of course, Ecuadorian citizens in general, are convinced of the importance of such measures. Well, I don't want to take too much time. So a very warm welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you, Santiago.
Thank you very much, Consul. And so to start this webinar now, I want to give the word to Dolores Hernandez. She's a sales executive for Copa Airlines at Chicago and the Midwest. Dolores, please have the stage.
Yes, thank you. Just one. Can you share it with Fiorella, the screen?
Oh, sure. Alessandro, ¿nos puedes ayudar poniendo de presenter a Fiorella? Thank you. So one last thing I forgot to say while we're getting ready. At the end of the webinar, we're gonna have a ticket raffle for Copa Airlines trip to Ecuador. So stay very tuned on what both the Ministry of Tourism are gonna say in the presentation that I'm gonna present them later, and also Copa Airlines, because that's where the question is gonna come so you can earn this ticket. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Well, I'm with Copa Airlines and my name is Dolores Hernandez. I am the sales executive for Chicago and the Midwest area. And up next, we will be showing a video about Copa Airlines commemorating our 74th year anniversary in the industry. And we are very proud and honored that despite all the turbulence that this pandemic has caused in our industry, we remain strong and we look forward to many more years of bringing service to you.
Okay, can you see the screen, Dolores, completely?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's an issue with the sound, but we can still see it.
Okay, up in the screen is my contact information. As I said, I am the sales executive for Chicago and the Midwest area. So please feel free to take a screenshot of my information and reach out to me should you have any questions. What we're going to be reviewing next is Copa Airlines business overview, our frequencies in August, our alliances with other partners, our Copa Club Premier, COVID-19 updates, and important links, as well as the organizational chart. At Copa, we have a product for each and every one of you, whether it's for vacations and BFR, or if it's for meetings, conferences, incentives, or exhibitions, we have a product that is just right for you. Copa's business overview is based on 4 fundamental strengths. At Copa, we have the best geographic location with the most favorable climate conditions that allow us to operate 24 hours a day, out 365 days a year. More than 80% of the markets that we served are smaller than 20 passengers per destination each way. We also have the right infrastructure with the Tocumen International Airport in Panama, with 2 state-of-the-art runways to ensure traffic is moving in and out accordingly. We offer a world-class product and have received various awards. Amongst them is the OAG Punctuality League Award for the 2019 and 2020 year, as well as the Cirium and the Skyrec Award. Copa Airlines is Panama's flag airline. We connect to more than 55 destinations via Panama, which is our main hub. From the US, we currently have 11 gateways is from Los Angeles and Chicago, Boston, New York, Washington, Orlando, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Toronto, and Montreal. And up next with new routes restarting to Las Vegas in November, then San Francisco in October 16, which is our most recent one coming up, then to New Orleans in 2022, and Denver in Colorado. All these flights fly to Panama, and then from Panama you can connect to Ecuador, to Quito, and Guayaquil. Up next is a video about Atlanta, and we will be starting operations from Atlanta on December 12th, and we are very excited to announce this. Our flight from Atlanta will also go through Panama, and you can connect to Guayaquil and Quito via Panama as well. At Copa, we have one of the youngest fleets in the region with an average of 7.7 years. We currently have 67 aircrafts of the 737-800 with a capacity of 160 passengers. And we also have 15 aircrafts MAX 89 with a capacity of 166 passengers. For the year 2022, we will be decreasing from 67 to 62 737-800s, and we will increase from 15 MAX 89 to 20 MAX 89 for a total of 82 for next year. Copa Airlines is part of the Star Alliance, which is the world's largest airline network in terms of numbers of members with daily flights and destinations. Being part of this alliance allows us to connect with other carriers and facilitate the access to Star Alliance launches, priority airport check-in and boarding, and among others to our customers. Other partners in the region include KLM and GOL. At Copa, we have our Copa Club launches where you can have free access to Wi-Fi, refreshments, showers, news, flights information, power outlets, TV, local and international news. Travelers at CM's Copa's business class and members of the Star Alliance Gold, United Club, and Priority Passes have access to this. We currently have access to Santo Domingo, Guatemala, Bogota, San Jose, Panama, and Medellin. For our passengers' well-being right now and peace of mind, we currently only have the Copa Club in Panama and San Jose open. The following is the link where you can find travel requirements to enter the country. You can always find our most recent updated information for health and immigration at www.copaair.com. Travel requirements, you can find all the information that has biosafety measures. These are more important links for our travel agencies. You can find the most updated information for travel agencies communications at this website. And also COVID-19 updates. You can always feel free to take a picture or a screenshot of this website. They always come in handy for any updates regarding Copa Airlines. And this is our North America commercial organizational chart. I am part of the North American region, and currently David DeFossi is our manager for North America. I am part of the Midwest and Western U.S. sales region, which I report to Fiorella Ulam. And then we also have the Southeast USA, as well as the Northeast, Canada, and Mexico. You can take a screenshot of this slide in case you need to reach your sales executive for your region. Once again, thank you for the opportunity to be part of this webinar and promote Ecuador, Guayaquil, and Quito. And we hope that you try our service and connect via Panama with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dolores. So now, and I should have done this at the beginning, I also want to thank the Ministry of Tourism and her Director of Promotion and Marketing. We have with us Cristina Arteaga. She's gonna give a little presentation about Ecuador, its travel stamps, and the 4 worlds it has to offer. Thank you, Cristina, for being here.
Santiago, it is a pleasure to be here with everybody, and I'm happy to share some news and some of the 4 worlds like Santiago mentioned in Ecuador. Let's wait for the presentation. Do you want me to share the presentation?
Yes, you have the presenter as a presenter in the webinar, so you can present. Yes.
Okay, let me know when you can see my screen.
I can see it.
Okay, can you see everything on the screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. Well, first of all, I want to send our more warm greetings from the Ministry of Tourism here in Ecuador, Niels Olsen, and all of his team, which is a bunch of people that we're very excited and happy to promote the destination and to make sure that you know everything that we have to offer and how easy it is to travel to Ecuador. Okay, sorry. Okay, so as we were talking, we are a country that has 4 very different worlds. So we cannot focus only on one of them because we have 4 different to visit and to get more diversity. And they're all really easy to travel from one to the other, short distances. So it allows flexibility on your travelers on how they want to explore the country. We have the Galapagos, which is the most popular, the Pacific coast with beautiful beaches. We have the Andes with a collection of amazing volcanoes, some of them active still, and the Amazon region. I'm going to show you a quick video. I hope you can hear the sound as well. This is from one of our latest campaigns.
No sabes por qué. Se nos pasó la misma por
Okay, so I think you were not able to hear the sound, so there's some technical difficulties. But aside from that, the images are amazing, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So talking about biosecurity, our country has been really trying to make a safe destination for all travelers, and we've been open since August 2020 from the Galapagos and all our regions. We do have 22 biosafety protocols in the whole country and an additional 11 just in the Galapagos. The Galapagos is a national park altogether, and we've been able to get everybody vaccinated over the age of 16 years old. So we're trying to keep this destination as pristine and as care for this the COVID, so it is even more safe for all travelers to go and visit the islands. Again, the rest of the country has so much to offer, so the whole tourism industry, the hotels, the transport, the guides, everybody is fully vaccinated, everybody over 16 years old, and we are trying to work on the next procedure so everybody can be protected from the virus. During this time, we also acquired the Safety Travels stamp with the World Travel and Tourism Council, and we are among the top 10 globally for percentage of population, with a 75.8% of the population being vaccinated, and we're still working on getting everybody who needs a vaccine to get it. When you think about Ecuador, there are many things that are unique, and here are just a few. You can take a screenshot of this part of the presentation. Like I said, we're open for tourism. We're located in the middle of the world on the Ecuadorian line, and this allows us to have a year-round destination. The climate is amazing all year. We don't have like extreme winters or extreme hot summers. Sometimes in Quito, in the capital, you can have all different climates in just one day. So it is kind of an adventure coming over here. Just dress with layers and just enjoy the weather. If you don't like it, just wait 5 minutes and it's going to change right away. We are a natural destination. We have 49 protected areas, which is 20% of the national territory, which is a lot to compare. Measured by square mile, we have 18% of the bird species of the world and orchid species around the world. There are specific tours to actually just enjoy this if you're a fan of birds, species of orchids. We have 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Ecuador, and they're in Quito, Cuenca, Galapagos National Park, Sangay National Park, and we share the Capañac Inca Trail along with Peru as well. We are a multicultural destination. We have 18 nationalities and 18 different communities, a lot of traditions and a lot of culture to explore. Our local currency is the US dollar, so there's no changing coins or anything like that. We use exactly the same bills in the US. Again, we're a year-round destination, and we have a lot of emblematic products around the world that get exported, like the banana, shrimp, tuna, and chocolate, roses, the famous Panama hats, among others. Our connectivity is really good, and we have short flights. We have 2 main airports in Quito and Guayaquil, and then some other secondary airports, as you can see in the graphic here. We're going to start with the Galapagos. In this destination, we have the most tourism. Most people know us for this. We have 2 ways to get to the Galapagos. We can go take a flight from Quito or Guayaquil. The flights are relatively short to get to the Galapagos. I'm sorry. In the Galapagos Islands, you have 2 main airports. You have the Baltra Airport and the San Cristobal Airport. There's not a difference in flights. It's just how you're going to connect your activities and the rest of your itinerary once you get to the islands. Most of the flights go in the morning, and you are arriving to the Galapagos Islands around noonish. You do have to take into account that we have 1 hour difference with the Galapagos, so that's why the flight times are going to take into consideration with the time difference. Entry requirements for the Galapagos are a little bit more strict, so you do have to take a PCR test 72 hours prior to boarding the flight in order to go to the Galapagos Islands. I have a quick video If you don't see the sound, just I hope the images can tell you a little bit of the story. Cuando llegue a los 15 minutos. I've been lucky enough to be in the Galapagos many times. I've traveled by boat, by speedboat, by hotel, and I just can't get enough of it. Every time I go over there, I come back with 800 photos, and hard to choose, hard to delete them, even though they're digital. This video that you saw is one of our last campaigns that we did, Breathe Again, and we had a good response for this. The highlights of Galapagos are many, but here it's one of the top destinations to dive because of all the diversity that you see underwater. It is a great destination for families, multi-generational trips, flexibility if you want something private. There's small private charter cruises that you can do and just kind of do a family or thematic small group where you can travel and coordinate with your tour operator how you want to modify things in order to suit your needs of the group, or solo travelers as well. There's for everybody. Ways of travel, you can do itineraries from 3 nights. I don't recommend less because there's so much to see, and once you're there, you're not going to want to come back so soon. So you can do itineraries from a hotel base. Some people have sickness on the water, so you can still explore the islands just from a hotel, or you can do some from a hotel and then combine so you can see the islands that are a little bit farther away on board of a cruise. The activities, again, everything has to be with a guide. There's amazing beaches, you can see the wildlife. More than anything, understand how this area makes you see how Earth is really alive and it's really growing, because these islands are alive. Some of them have active volcanoes that in the last few years from far ahead, because they're not within the trails or anything where the visitors areas are, you still see how this land, it's very much alive. All the animals are not afraid of the humans because it's a national park and it's been protected for many years. So the idea is that you can interact with them and they're not afraid of humans. So that makes it very unique and one of the top destinations around the world. Now I'm going to change a little bit to the rainforest, the Amazon area that we have. And this area is completely different. Here you can get immersed in the culture and the animals. It's amazing for bird watchers. The connectivity for the Amazon, to get deep inside the Amazon, you just take a 45-minute flight from Quito and you get to the Coca City, and then from there you start the adventure. The pristine areas, we have the Yasuni National Park, which has been able to protect the wildlife. The local communities are not killing the animals or taking down the trees or anything like that. It's an area that is very much protected, and you can see that the wildlife feels safe there. So as you start getting into the national park, you can see otters, you can see monkeys, you can see caimans, everything just there. They're not afraid of humans, as they don't feel threatened in this area anymore. Ways of travel, you can do a cruise from 3 nights to 5 nights, or you can combine a cruise with a lodge as well. The lodges have itineraries from 3 to 4 or 5 nights as well. I recommend to do it 4 to 5 nights, depending on what the client wants to specifically see, and tailor their itinerary that way. Among the activities, it's great for bird watchers. We also have a little bit of adventure activities like kayaking, culture focus, learning the traditions, the food. They also have craftsmanships, handicrafts, and night tours, so you can see all the wildlife that gets awakened at night and sleeps during the day as well. And now let's shift a little bit to the Andes. The Andes is one of my favorites. This is a photo of the Paxi Volcano. I actually was lucky enough to get to the summit, and it's breathtaking, actually. Had to get to the Andes. You actually arrive in Quito, but if your flight connectivity went to Guayaquil, there's no problem. From there, you just have a 55-minute flight to Quito. And then from there, we can start the adventure north to south. Highlights, you can see amazing colonial haciendas with the typical wildlife from llamas, cows, cattle, horseback riding, as well as the culture. We have in the north one of the biggest markets with handicrafts, which is Otavalo. In Quito, you can also visit the actual middle of the world and have your picture taken, like you see here, 1 foot in the north and 1 foot in the south, and many other things. Ways of travel, one of my favorites is actually going by land, because you can stop along the way and see the lakes, or visit some of the haciendas and learn how to make empanadas, or just taste the local cuisine from one place to the other. Even though it's a small country, from north to south, you're going to see different communities, different local costumes that's from, just an hour drive. It's so different, so it's quite amazing. We have hotels. You can stay at amazing boutique hotels, or just some traditional haciendas, and feel like you're back in the day, maybe 100 years back. As well as you can take a flight, and as you can see the summits of the volcanoes from the window of your plane. Some of the activities, we have the extreme, like the hiking. You can go to the summit, you can get prepared, do a acclimatization program and go to the summits, or just horseback riding. You can do some just regular hiking. Culture, we have some of the best churches from inside and from the outside, so great for photographers as well. And we have Inca ruins, as they also were here, and they left us some of these amazing structures that we can still admire today. And now let's shift to the Pacific coast. This area has some of the amazing beaches. Among the highlights, and again, if your flight arrives to Guayaquil, you're there. But if you arrive in Quito, 55 minutes, you are in the coast. As you can see on the map, we also have Manta is a secondary airport. It's not international, but you can take a flight from Quito. It's only 15 minutes, or you can go along the coast by car, and also visit with stops along the way, and get to Manta in the area of Manabí, which has some of the best cuisine here in Ecuador. Some of the highlights, in certain times of the year, around September and August, the humpback whales come to our coast, and you can take a small tour, one-day tour, and you can get as close to them and take some photos and see these amazing animals. We're the land of chocolate, and you can go and visit the farms and learn everything about the chocolate, from the plant to the actual bar, and do some tasting. Believe it or not, we also have an amazing vineyard here in the coast, and you can do a day tour to visit the vineyard, to do some wine tasting, and learn how the grapes grow here and what makes it amazing, a wine that grows in the middle of the world. Ways of travel, again, like I said, you can fly over there, or you can take your time and do it by car. The distances are fairly short, so within 3-4 days you can, with stops along the way, you can visit. We also have main ports, the Manta and Guayaquil, where these huge cruise ships that come from Miami make stop here, or you can start your cruise and do all the way around South America and return from Brazil or from Buenos Aires back to your home country. A lot of options. Our beaches are some of the top destinations for surfing. Also, the weather that we have year round makes good ways for some of the extreme sports like kite surfing and many others, or just relax. For me, the beach is for relaxing, but you can also see other people daring a little bit more and doing some surfing and some more stuff. I just want to wrap it up a little bit. Our country is the land of the 4 worlds, and beyond that, we have many, many things to offer in adventure, in gastronomy, in nature, and in culture. So I do invite you to come planned, and if you need any information, any support videos, any images, you can follow us in our social media, or you can just request and we will be happy to assist you. I have a video of a short message from our minister. If the sound is a little messed up, we're going to just try one more time. I hope you can listen to it. Okay, well, from me, this is it. I want to thank you for your time, and I hope I got to tease you enough in order to travel or send some clients to Ecuador. Here's my contact information. You can take a screenshot, as well as following us from our social media. You can contact us from there as well. Thank you very much.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much, Cristina, for your presentation. And also thank you, Dolores, for your presentation as well. So as the presentation showed, and I'm also amazed when I see these pictures myself, even though I've been to the 4 worlds in Ecuador, I'm still amazed whenever I see pictures of what a world has to offer. It's just amazing. So to end this, we're gonna have right now the raffle of the ticket, the trip to Ecuador. And after the raffle, we're gonna have a couple minutes so we can have questions being asked to our presenters. So if you have any questions, just put them in the chat and we'll be ready to answer them at the end. So Dolores, I know I said I was gonna say the question, but since you were in the presentation, why don't you go ahead? And so after Dolores makes a question, could you guys please answer in the chat, and whoever gets a answer right first, then you are the one who will win the ticket. And well, good luck to you all. Thank you, Dolores.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna say the question, and like Santiago mentioned, just write the answer in the chat, and whoever writes it first will be the winner. And I hope everybody paid attention. The question is, when does our flight from San Francisco to Ecuador via Panama, start.
I remember that page in your presentation, you had a little.
Yes, there was like a chart there, and I did emphasize the date, and I said it.
All right, I don't think we have any answers yet. We're gonna give you a couple more seconds. So if no one remembers the answer for that one, we're gonna make a second question so you have the option to win this trip. All right, I believe we have a winner. I'm sorry, I couldn't see her here in the chat, but the organizer at the meeting just sent me who got the first answer right. It was Jackie Banks. Thank you very much, Jackie, for being so attentive for the presentation. So you have been granted the winner of a trip to Ecuador. And congratulations and thank you for being here. Hopefully you all guys were able to learn something today and you will leave after this presentation with wanting to go to Ecuador yourself and promoting it with your clients as well. So Jackie, if you can, I'm pretty sure we have all of your contact information from when you registered, but if you can you just put your email and your phone number on the chat so I can make sure we have them so we can get in contact with you.
Absolutely.
All right, awesome. Can you hear us, Jackie?
Jackie.
Yes, I can. I'm actually doing it as we speak. Thank you so much, you guys. Exciting.
Awesome. Great to know you, Jackie. And can you tell us which agency or company you are working with?
Picasso Travel, and Marisol is my sales rep here in Los Angeles.
Awesome. So Picasso
wow.
Travel will have the honor to go to Ecuador with Copa and keep promoting our destination. So thank you very much. We already have your information, Jackie. So we're gonna
Yep.
give a couple minutes for questions that have been asked in the chat so our presenters can answer them. So as of now, the organizer has sent me one question. Please send me others if you have them. So the first question I believe Christina can answer, it is it fairly easy to access a PCR test in Quito or other areas in Ecuador? Christina, I don't know if you can help us with that one.
Yes, can you repeat the question, please?
Sure. So the question is it fairly easy to access a PCR test in Quito or other areas in Ecuador?
Yes, definitely. Right now, it's one of the easiest things to get. You can have it coordinated to take the sample at your hotel, and they will send you by email the results within 24 hours or less. So it's fairly simple because I know many travelers need to get this as they travel back home, or if they need to go maybe to a specific lodges, if they're not vaccinated, they need to get another PCR testing. So it's easily accessible and reasonably priced also.
Great. Thank you, Christina. And so I'm just waiting a little more to see if we get any other questions. So what's the price of a PCR in Ecuador? Of a PCR test?
Well, you have from $35 to maybe if you have it sent to your hotel, it costs a little bit more because transportation stuff, so it could be up to 60 maybe. But yeah, it's just many options.
Great. So I don't know if I said this before, but we'll make sure we'll share the both presentations from the Ministry of Tourism and Copa Airlines, so you can have all this information on your hands to check it out after. You also have already all of our contacts, so do not. If you have any questions, just please contact us via email, via phone, whatever, and we'll be here to help you. So I don't know, Dolores or Christina, if you guys want to add anything more, but I do believe it would be great, Christina, if you can say one more time what the requirements are to get into Ecuador and Galapagos Islands, referring to PCR tests or COVID testing and all that.
Okay, so yeah, to enter Ecuador, you need to present your complete vaccination certificate that it has been done 14 days prior to your trip. So you have to make sure you cover those 14 days before you are traveling. And then basically that's it. If you haven't been vaccinated, or maybe you have just one vaccine and you're traveling, that's okay. Just take a PCR test that has to be within 72 hours to present time of travel, and that's it. When you arrive in Ecuador, as you're entering, you have to present a documentation of health that you fill it out, but you can do this ahead of time. You could download it. We can send you the link as well to this documentation. You do it ahead of time, you print it out, and you have to show it as you arrive to Ecuador. And that's it. For the Galapagos, in order to go to the Galapagos, it has to be a PCR testing because over there we want to bubble a little bit more and maintain this 100% COVID-free in the Galapagos area. So that's the only extra steps that you want to take. So you come here, but that's fine. While you're waiting for your results of the PCR test, you can take a few tours in the city of Quito or Guayaquil and then visit the Galapagos Island.
All right. Thank you very much, Christina. So to not take any more of your time, I want to thank you all for assisting today. And I want to thank again Christina Arteaga and Dolores Hernandez and our consul of Ecuador in Chicago, which I believe he couldn't be here with us. I want to thank you for your presentation today and for your time. I'm pretty sure this will be very good for the country as these agencies and promoters start promoting our country again. And if you guys don't have any questions, I want to say goodbye and thank you to you all again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Santiago, and thank you, everybody.
Thank you all. Yes, appreciate it.
Great. You all have a great day. We will get in contact with you, Jackie. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Santiago.
Bye-bye. Have a good one, you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.